my beautiful babies, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading, but before we hop into it, I wanted to mention that today's video was sponsored by Skillshare. They are one of my favorite apps and online learning communities of all time. I've actually had my own personal subscription with them since March, and they're basically this online learning space where you guys can take classes, learn new things, develop current skills, whatever it is that you guys want to do. I actually really enjoy them, and I've taken quite a few classes on there so far, some things in fashion design, things in photography, filmmaking. The most recent one that I took was Instagram Worthy Photography by Brandon Wolfel. I'm trying to step up my Instagram game right now and learn some new skills, so taking that class has been really enlightening. He talks about the use of props, taking photography at night, which is something that I never realized how to do. I could never make the connections. All my photos would come out really bad, and so that was probably the greatest thing that I learned off of that one. So if you guys are interested in learning new things, Skillshare is an amazing place to do that. And one of the main reasons why I'm so excited to be working with Skillshare today is that the first 1,000 people to click the link down below in the description box get Skillshare Premium for free for the first 2 months. And then it's around $10 after that, but the first 1,000 people to click that get Skillshare Premium for free for the first 2 months. So definitely go check out that link down below in the description box. Highly recommend this app. Again, I've been paying for it myself since back in March. Out of my own pocket. I really love it. I couldn't recommend this app more, especially if you're somebody who likes to learn new things and things like that. So definitely go check that out. Thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Love you guys a lot. And without further ado, let's hop right into today's video. Hello my loves, what's up, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading. This one is all about your love life prediction for the month of October in the year of 2020. So if you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how they work right after commenting about how beautiful these new cards are. They're literally in the shape of hearts. They're so cute. I'll have them linked down below if you guys are curious about checking them out. But anyway, if you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how they work. So over here we have pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can go ahead and scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. Then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading. So without further ado, let's add some crystals below these cards for those of you that like to choose with crystals. All right, so if you guys like to choose with some crystals, over here we have some blue topaz, then we have some rhodonite, then we have some scolecite, then we have malachite, and then we have some rose quartz. So take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can go ahead and scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. You can skip ahead and watch your personal reading for October of 2020, your love life prediction. So let's hop right into pile number 1. All right, so pile number 1, my blue topaz pile. Let's hop right into your guys' love life prediction for October. All right, so pile 1, your guys' love life prediction for October. Over here, we start off with the World, then we have the 3 of Inspiration, then we have the 7 of Voices, and then we also have the Hierophant. So when I'm seeing all of this kind of like coming up over here, we do have a bunch of reversals over here, but I think that this all is a big learning lesson for you guys. When I'm looking at these cards, this really looks like you guys are letting go of some old patterns, some old belief systems around love. And when we have our love card over here, this particular love card says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So what I really think that you guys are going to be learning in the month of October around love is that you need to let go of control. And whether you guys are in a relationship or not in a relationship, there tends to be this sense over here in this particular pile that you guys might have a lot of like strict beliefs around love, or you might think that it has to happen in a certain way, or you think that you might be attached to some certain outcomes that you really desire to happen. And with that comes a lot of the energy of control, because we're trying to control a situation rather than letting it unfold naturally. So you guys might have a particular idea in your head of what things are supposed to look like, or what path things are supposed to take, whether you're single or in a relationship again. And it seems like you guys are really trying to control that in order to have it be an outcome that you really desire. So what I'm seeing over here, when we have this World being reversed, October is going to be a month of facing these beliefs and facing all these different ideas that you might have of the way things are supposed to be, and finally realizing that you might need to let that go. When we have this Three of Inspiration, we do have these like dominoes, it looks like. And when I'm looking at these dominoes, that are falling over, this again reminds me of you have set up this idea of how things are supposed to go and how things are supposed to flow, but you might not realize that the weight of the world might be a little bit different. It might shift around in a couple areas, and maybe it's not all going to work out perfectly because there might be a new path that might actually be a better path for you, but you're thinking, oh, if I set up the dominoes over here, this will be great. But the universe is like, but that doesn't make sense. We have earthquakes there all the time. Halfway through you setting it up, it's not going to really work out. Weird example, but all right, we're just going to go with it. But that's kind of like what I'm seeing a little bit, is the universe is trying to guide you over to a new area, and they're trying to guide you over to something that'll actually work out well for you. But when we're trying to control the situation a lot and we're saying, no, I'm steering the horse this way, sometimes the universe is just like, okay. And we end up meeting roadblock after roadblock after roadblock because we're like a salmon trying to swim upstream, and the stream is just like coming down real hard because the universe is like, that's not the flow of where things are meant to go. Because if your mind frame is saying, if your mind frame is literally saying, I want this to be my outcome, and you're facing in this direction, but also in your mind you're like, I want to manifest this and this and this, and this is my vision, and then you're trying to swim in this way because you're like, I'm attached to this particular outcome. A lot of the times the universe is like, well, that's contradictory, because what you're saying that you want is actually over here, but you're too busy swimming this way to realize that what you're actually trying to manifest, what the best actual outcome for you is actually over here, but you're thinking and already attaching to the fact that it's got to be that one. Oh, but it's like the universe is like, oh, no. Like, the best example that I can give for this, I'm going to give like a career example, even though this is a love reading, but it's one that came to my mind. It's kind of like going to, setting down your intentions for what you want in your job. And you're like, I want an amazing job that I love to go to every day, that feels amazing. And then you look at like Vogue magazine and you're like, I want to write for Vogue magazine. And, then, you know, the universe is trying to throw obstacles in front of there because they're like, wait, that's contradictory, because I promise you, if you work for Vogue magazine, you're not going to like your boss, you're not going to like your coworkers, you're going to realize that you hate it. I know you want to write for a magazine, but it's just that it's not in alignment with what you're asking for. And so there's these two conflicting energies, which creates a lot of obstacles, it creates a lot of resistance, it creates a lot of but yet we're trying to work through it anyway, and it's like trying to swim through a bunch of seaweed in the ocean and you're just getting tangled up into it. So if you actually just let go and you put your intentions out and you say, I want the best job ever, I want to be a writer for a magazine, but just don't, you know, attach it to what the outcome actually is. Don't attach it to being Vogue, because maybe it's going to be Cosmo or whatever. I don't know why I'm using these examples, but like I know it's a love reading, but like that's what's coming to my head right now. And hopefully you can take that metaphorically and make it make sense into your love life. So let go of the control. If you just let go of the control, the universe will literally throw opportunities in front of you that align you to what you're wanting, although it might not be particularly what you thought it would look like. But then when you get there, you realize, holy crap, this is the best possible outcome. I am so glad I ended up here, because it is exactly what I was asking for. Because now I have the best boss, I have the greatest coworkers, I'm feeling so good, I like what I'm writing about, I have more creative freedom over here. The universe will align you to exactly what you ask for, but you need to let go of the outcome, because a lot of the times we can get attached to particular things that actually are not what we think that they are. Because from the outside it may look like, oh, that's all fun and games, until we get there and we're like, that actually was not the perfect match for me, but I was just assuming that it was, because we play out these things in our mind and we attach to things really quickly. So for you guys, what I'm really seeing is letting go of the attachment, because this is what creates a lot of that resistance. And so if you guys are wanting to, you know, attract a particular experience with your lover, or if you're wanting to attract love into your life in a specific way, or whatever that it is that you're trying to do, it looks like you guys have this sense of control and you guys have this idea of what it needs to look like. And maybe you're saying, and you're thinking in your mind, well, I'm going to be single until I'm 25, until I have my greatest job, until I have this and have that and blah, blah, blah. And maybe the universe is like, wait a minute, but I have the perfect person for you that would come in and inspire you for your career in a certain way, and that would be in alignment. Or maybe you guys are trying to manifest love prior to when it should actually come in, because sometimes, you know, the love isn't manifesting because we're still supposed to be going through very particular learning lessons first with certain people, with certain friends and certain family members, in order for us to become the proper, you know, energy, the proper frequency, the proper mindset, the proper, you know, character building, because a lot of times we go through things that are character building, and I feel like that's kind of what the universe is putting you through. Maybe you're in a relationship right now, but you're being put through certain things that are going to help develop you in a certain way, but you just need to listen, you need to go with the flow of it, you need to trust the universe that it is bringing you on the right path to your goal, because it is. But sometimes we do face, you know, certain things. Just go with the flow of it, let go of the control of it. Maybe even this is particular to if you're in a relationship and maybe you have very particular standards in certain areas that you feel like they need to come out in a certain way, but you're realizing that you're meeting obstacle after obstacle. So that was a bit of a rant there. Hopefully that's making sense for some of you guys. When we also do have these Seven of Voices being reversed, sometimes we can feel like we're not being heard enough, and sometimes we feel like we're meeting this resistance and we're not being listened to. And so sometimes we lose trust in the universe because we're like, wait a minute, I'm not meeting my goal. But again, it's letting go of the control, because maybe the universe is trying to steer you in a certain direction in order for you to actually get there properly. And when we try to control it, we say, nope, this is the best way. And the universe is like, oh my God, that is not. Again, I'm getting all these examples in my head, so I'm sorry for those of you guys that are like, I get it already, but I'm getting another example in my head and I feel like I just need to say it. So it's kind of like walking through a rainforest, and then there's these certain bridges, and we're standing in front of a bridge and we're like, I need to go across that because that's the side that I want to get to, because there's beautiful waterfalls, I see all of it, it looks amazing, and the universe is like, don't go down that bridge is rickety and it's going to crack, do not go down it. And then you're sitting there like, this looks like the easiest way. I'm seeing my goal in front of me. I see a bridge in front of me. This looks like the greatest opportunity to go. And the universe is like, nope, I'm gonna put an obstacle over here. I'm gonna put a little, you're gonna trip over here. You're gonna do this, because the universe is like, don't go down the bridge. And so it's like putting all of these different like obstacles in front of you, and you're just sitting there like, what in the, why can't I just go to my bridge? Why am I facing all of these obstacles? And the universe is like, please steer in this direction. There's a better bridge down there. Just like, yes, I realize that it's going to take you an extra day or two to get around it, and maybe you don't really want to wait that extra time, but trust me, you need to, because otherwise you're not getting there. You're not getting through that bridge. You're going to need to. So hopefully that example kind of explains a little bit of it. So let go of the control, go with the flow of it, set your intentions of what you want to create, and allow everything to help you steer direction. Sometimes bad circumstances come our way to help us steer direction, as long as we just listen to it, we don't judge it, we don't feel like, universe, you ain't listening to me, I don't know why I'm getting all this bad karma, I don't know why you keep trying to trip me over here when I'm just trying to get to my goal. And the universe is like, that's strategically placed there because you need to change directions. So a lot of the times we're met with resistance when we need to change directions. So if you're noticing that you're meeting resistance in certain areas of your life, it's because you just need to go with the flow of it and listen. Listen to what that sign might mean. And again, signs mean so many different things for different people, because again, it reflects our subconscious. And so the universe, when you get signs, when you get resistance, the universe is speaking to you personally. If you try to Google a lot of different signs, a lot of the times they don't actually correlate with what you're going through. At least in my experience, I've noticed every time I try to Google a certain sign or a certain repetitive number or something like that, it doesn't really resonate with me. And I do find that the universe speaks to us if you just ask for a clearer definition of whatever signs that you're getting, and you just allow it, and you don't try to control it. You don't try to go like, oh, I need to figure out what my sign is. Like, just let go, be calm about it. The universe will guide you in the proper direction. Just let go of the control, flow along with the stream. The stream's gonna take you perfectly, baby, to where you need to go. So just allow it, be at peace with it, know that everything's working out in divine timing, in a divine way, and all of it will make sense once you get to your destination. You're gonna go, oh, I see. I understand exactly why I went through all of that. So that's what I'm really seeing for you guys over here. And then we also do have the Hierophant being reversed. And so this is kind of letting go of your deepest belief systems around love in October. So what you're gonna be realizing is that the way that you thought things should be isn't actually the way things should be. I think you're going to have this whole new redefinition happening in October about what you do actually want and what a relationship will actually look like. I feel like it's just like a whole reset of the way that you look at life and relationships, because you might have been looking at it from a sense of like, well, my parents had it this way, so I think it needs to be this way, and I experienced this in my childhood, so I'm trying to like avoid this and then do this and then do this. And what you're going to really realize in October is this is a whole purging shadow work time of realizing that it's not going to look exactly the way that your parents did. Just because your parents had this sort of relationship doesn't mean you will, whether that was good or bad. It doesn't mean you're going to attract those same things. And so this is particular to your own life. Your own life has its own essence to it. And so I think you're going to be realizing that you need to let go of a lot of things from the past, or the way that you previously thought of things to be, whether it was like, oh, I want it to be perfect like the movies that I watch, or whatever the case may be. The next two cards that we have over here, we have the card of worth waiting for. So if you guys are trying to rush something in your love life, don't try to rush it. This is going to be worth waiting for. The path that the universe has set up for you based on what you desire, because what you desire, the universe hears it. The universe hears what you desire, and they have the perfect outcome for you, but a lot of the times we end up resisting it because we get attached to very particular things along the way that we end up seeing, and we're like, oh, it must be that, and the universe is that, just like all those examples that I was saying before. So this path is going to be worth waiting for you guys. We literally have the card of worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. That's literally what it says. So divine timing is at work here. If you guys are in a rush to meet your soulmate or your twin flame, hold off, guys. The universe has a set plan for you. It's going to happen when it happens, because again, the universe has a perfect plan for us, and if we try to rush it, we're going to be on that rickety bridge that ends up falling apart, and then we're going to be even more delayed. So just go along with the flow of it, listen to it, let go of the control, let go of the outcomes of it, and just trust that what you desire is unfolding before you. Then we also have the card here of reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And so when I look at this card, this is actually reminding me more of kind of mending old things. And so I think that there might be somebody from your past that comes to apologize, and you guys get on a good level playing field. I also feel like this is reconciling with the universe as well, because they're up in the clouds over here in this card. And when I look at this, this kind of reminds me of you guys being up in the clouds and then reconnecting to the universe, reconnecting to what the universe has in store for you, and just trusting that, because it just seems very like God-like, very universal. And so I really feel like that's your guys' soul putting its trust back into the divine timing and divine plans of the universe, because what you desire is there for a reason. And trust me when I say that the energy of the universe hears it, and it makes the perfect plan for you. In order to get there, you just need to trust it. Yes, obstacles will be present. Those are always present. They're there for character building, guys. So just go with the flow of it. The quicker that you let go of control and you go with the flow of it and you trust it, the quicker it'll actually unfold around you. Oh, and then we also have the card here of experiments, manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge or arrogance. So wow, you guys, if you have been trying to control a very particular outcome, we also have an angel number here of 33. So if you guys see 33 around, I feel like this is going to be the message for you whenever you see the number 33. The message that comes to you when you're seeing 33 is to, I'll get into the actual numerology point of it in a second, but what the card is saying, experiments, manipulation of nature, forcing change. So if you're trying to force a particular outcome, it is not going to work for you. If you're trying to experiment with the universe and say, oh, I can manipulate it so that I can be with this particular person, I'm going to try to, manifest this particular thing in this particular way. The universe is literally like, this is not what is meant to be. You guys there is a particular perfect outcome for you. You need to be able to trust that and let go of your own maybe ego trying to attach to something that is in your current perception. Let that go. And don't try to experiment with it. Just let it be what it is and allow that flow to be there without forcing that change, because that is what this card is all about, is about not forcing change. Okay, so the universe has heard. And also that number 33, this is about, threes are all about celebration to me. Whenever I feel the number 3, it feels very like I'm going to enjoy myself. And so the message in that, whenever you guys see the number 33 around, the number 33 is reminding you to enjoy yourself. It is reminding you to let go of control, let go of forcing change and forcing things to turn out a certain way, and just enjoy you and where you are right now. Enjoy the path. It is all about the journey as well, rather than just the destination, because if you don't learn from the journey, the destination is not going to be very fun. Then we do also have the card of Imrama, Wander Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters, Pilgrimage, Journey of the Soul. So this is all about soul development. You guys are going through a part in your life right now where you're going through a lot of soul development. So the universe is going to be throwing a lot of things at you that aren't really meant to last, but they're meant to be a lesson. They're meant to be learned, because as we do that, we develop ourselves into what we need to become in order to receive and be able to actually enjoy what we're trying to achieve and what we're trying to attain. So it's kind of like, you know, your journey of becoming an actress. Is the universe going to grant it to you the second you come out of the womb, and the second you decide, like, I want to be an actress? The universe is going to be like, okay, if you do, if this is your desire, we're going to show you obstacle after obstacle so you learn and become aware of what you need to learn in order to become an actress. We're going to, the next time you go to an audition, maybe you're not going to get the part, and maybe they're going to give you some feedback, and maybe you actually need to listen to the universe. Okay, why didn't they want me for this particular part? What am I learning here? What am I trying to, you know, what's the universe trying to teach me? So what do I need to pay attention to? Maybe I need to pay attention more to the way that my facial expression matches my vocal expression, and this and that. So again, my examples continue to be career for some reason. Maybe there's a reason behind that. Maybe you guys need to listen in both aspects of love and career in order to like have this unfold in the proper way. But so Imrama, Wander Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters. So this is all about the journey. The journey is so important, and the universe is trying to make you pay attention to the fact that the journey to what you desire is going to be very important. It's going to play a very big role into getting what you desire, especially in love. So that's going to be quite important. The next 3 cards that we have over here, they're astrology cards. We have the 7th house, we have love, and we have Libra. What? You guys, what is this? So this is actually very interesting to me, because all of these connect very, 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 very much. So we have cards that all play off of each other very well. So the 7th house is ruled by Libra. Then we have Venus, which rules the sign of Libra, which rules the 7th house, and we have all those 3 cards, so that's very interesting over here. So the 7th house of partners, your guys' love lives, I feel like you're very keen on attracting the perfect thing, and very keen on having, you know, your soulmate, your twin flame. It's coming up a lot over here that you guys are very like, I need it, but it's not going to come with the control. You cannot force somebody to then be your twin flame. You need to stop looking for it for one and just allow it to happen, and stop kind of labeling everyone as this and that and da 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 da. And then with that Venus love, so Venus love is reversed over here. So what you need to realize is kind of letting go again of that control, and letting go of the labels. I keep hearing the word label in my head. Letting go of the labels of it, and just listening and going with the flow. And again, that trust, that full-on trust. And then we do also have Libra, I balance, and Libra is then reversed. And so this is kind of like, there's a bit of a non-balance right now. It's out of balance. And so what you guys need to do in order to become more balanced in this, in order to allow it to flow again, is then just letting go of that control, like I was saying before. So same message, kind of repeated a little bit. Ooh, and then we have the card here of do something for someone. Give your attention to another. And so this is about, again, when I look at this card, this is about enjoying that journey, enjoying it. And instead of then expecting everything to go your way and expecting everything to make you feel good, why not bring some more love and light out into the world. Do something special for somebody else instead of so deeply desiring it for you. You'll notice that it's going to be reciprocated if you decide to maybe do something special for somebody, maybe plan something special for somebody, even if it's just a friend or whatever. And doing that, you'll then notice that energy gets reciprocated and things like that. So I'm really feeling here like, you know, do something special. Allow your personality to come out, allow your fun to come out, and not in a controlling way either. Don't just do something nice for somebody because you're expecting it in return. Do something because you love the love feeling of it. You know, giving is receiving at the end of the day, things like that. Also, I'm going to throw in a little self-care card. Oh, we have 2 self-care cards for you guys. We have the universe is filled with endless opportunities for me. So trust the fact that there is more than one option over here. There's more than one path. There's endless opportunities. Just because one of them doesn't work out doesn't mean that all of a sudden none of them will work out. There's so many opportunities in here for you. And then we also have the card of I am deeply loved by the universe. Ooh, you guys, you need to fill yourselves with that love. Accept that love from the universe. Also, this card is so beautiful. Can we just talk about that for a second? So I am deeply loved by the universe. You guys are deeply loved by the universe. The universe isn't conspiring against you ever. The universe is on your side. They hear you of what you want and they're like, okay, let's guide you over there. But again, it's hard to speak with words when you're the universe because everything's spoken in energy, everything's spoken within events, the subconscious, things like that. So I see some good outcomes over here. It looks like you guys are finally switching on the light bulb of realization and letting go of that control in the month of October, but I think it's going to become very apparent in October of the things that you need to let go of the control and things like that, and then everything will work out divinely. But October is like that shift point, that very important shift point for you guys of realizing this and then deciding to let go and just go with the flow of it. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 1, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you've not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so group number 2, if this is the pile that you guys chose, let's hop right into your guys' love life prediction for the month of October. All right, so pile number 2, here is what we have for you guys. I'm going to start off by reading your little card over here right after talking about which cards that we have laying out over here. So we do have the Chariot, then we also have the Knight of Emotions, then we have the Sun, and then we have the Four of Inspiration. And then this love card says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay. With that being said, let's hop right into what I'm seeing for you guys for the month of October. So it looks like when we start off with the Chariot that you guys might be a little bit confused of, do I go here or do I go there? It could even be if you guys are single that you're going to have double options in October. Sometimes it can indicate that. But with the other surrounding cards, it kind of seems like love life might be a little bit more on the back burner in October for you guys. With this Knight of Emotions being reversed, it kind of looks like you guys are probably preoccupied with other things rather than focusing on love. And it might be that, you know, you guys are going through a lot. It looks like there's just like kind of a, not necessarily like a lack of love, but it kind of looks like in the love life area, maybe there's like less time for it in the moment. And then with that Chariot, it just kind of looks like maybe things aren't moving forward in a certain direction because I feel like you are a little bit confused about where you want to go in your love life. And so if you guys are in a relationship, it kind of looks like you guys are preoccupied with a lot of other things. You're kind of figuring out, how can I fit this in? And then if you guys are single right now, it could be that you guys are like, you know, do I go on a dating website? Do I not go on a dating website? Do I do this? Do I do that? I don't really know what I want to do right now. And kind of, it's just seeming like there's a bit of a kind of clouded, a little bit kind of confusing energy around the month of October for you guys regarding love. But the fact that we do have the Knight of Emotions here, it kind of looks like there is a good potential for love here, but it just kind of looks like it's just not happening. And I think it's not happening because there's this undecided, that's the word, undecided energy in October for you guys. And it's coming from the self. And so it's not like, you know, this is happening to you or whatever. I do feel like because of the fact that you guys are a little bit more undecided on certain things, it just seems like it's not ready to flow in yet. But then we do also have the Sun card. And so I do see like October is going to be a good month for you regardless, because the Sun, it just adds sun and light and love to any reading that it's in, no matter what it's in. It just adds this sense of happiness, this sense of light, this sense of joy. And so I do think there is a lot of opportunity for you guys to really enjoy the month of October. But regarding, other people in your love life, regarding this, it just looks like there's this undecided energy, and there's like just maybe a lack of time. And it just feels just a little bit like, I have other things that I have on my plate. It's a bit on the back burner. But it does look like you guys are having a good month regardless. But then we do also have the Four of Inspiration reversed. And so this to me is this sense of, I haven't really set a proper foundation, a proper amount of time for my love life, and therefore it's not really blossoming in the greatest way. Flowers only blossom when they have the sun. You guys do already have the sun, but you need to water it a little bit. It looks like you guys aren't really watering it because that Knight of Emotions is reversed. And so it's like you have enough light within you, but are you giving it enough emotional time? Are you giving it enough actual water, physical time and effort? Whereas, the sun, it's just kind of there. It's an energy. Sun is energy. And so, you have the potential. The potential is there. It's just not yet awakened because you're not actually giving it physical time. So it does look like, maybe, and again, our card over here with reflection does say, give each other some space at the moment, trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. And so it does look like you guys are taking a little bit of time for yourself. Maybe even if you guys are in a relationship, you're feeling like, the other person is taking a lot of time for themselves. Just trust it. Know that it's divine, it's working out. I don't see anything bad happening because, again, we have the sun in this reading. So this is all good. This is all Gucci. We all go through these kind of like waves of life of when things are, they're amazing. And then it's like, okay, we need a little bit of a pullback for a second. So it does look like the month of October for you guys, pile number 2, is a little bit of pullback from the love life. There's a lot of other things on the plate. So let's look at the next 2 cards that we have. Ooh, okay. So this is interesting. We have the card here of release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So if you guys, October might even be a month of purging out, relationships. It might even be a month of releasing old energy in relationships. And maybe that's why things are a little bit on the back burner right now, because it's time to just, clean the pots so that you can brew up a new potion. And the next card that we have over here is passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So enjoy yourself. The month of October is for enjoying you, enjoying a lot of me time rather than partnership time. It seems like October is a lot more about you, your needs, your wants, putting those on the priority list for the month of October, because it just seems like you guys need to catch up in that area, and things are all good. It's a time of giving space, just as it says in our love card. I love when tarot it just works out so well with all the oracle cards. I know I say that a lot, but it's just like, I still get shocked every time that happens. The next 2 cards, we have the card of sanctuary, privacy, involatile personal space, respected boundaries, and taboos. So again, you guys are making a sanctuary for yourself. I really see you guys doing a lot of self-care, focusing a lot on yourself, because it just seems like a time where it's like, okay, I've given enough of my energy to other people. I really just need to focus on me for now. So the sanctuary card is kind of just like closing the door for the month of October towards other people. It's not saying that you're never going to see other people in the month of October. I do see, you guys are probably still going to be social and stuff, but it just seems like you guys are wanting a lot more personal time. And so it's time to have your own sanctuary, whether that's just late in the evening, making a little bit more time for yourself, or whenever in the day. It just really seems like you guys are focusing a bit more on you, and it's really time in the month of October to focus on you. And then we also have this card, Lemuria returns, Earth, earthly spirituality, community, ocean conservation. So it could be that you guys are taking a lot of baths, because we do have the ocean conservation card, and in the sanctuary card, she's sitting in a tub. So very interesting. You guys might be really, inclined to, baths to me are like self-care. So I feel like you guys are going to be really inclined on self-care, doing the things that make you happy, whether that's actually physically taking a bath or not, whatever that means to you. It really seems like you guys are making more time for that in your guys' lives in October. And then with this Lemuria returns, like this earthly spirituality and community, I feel like after this, you're going to be finally ready to kind of embrace the world again and embrace other people. But it really looks like it's just like a self-reflection time, a self-care time. It's more about the self, and we do need that once in a while. It's not egotistical. We all need that once in a while, okay? So it's not bad, but I do feel like you guys are going to become really energized by doing this, and so it's actually going to be really good. You're going to light up your sun again, you know? Then we have our astrology cards. I got goosebumps when I pulled them out. Oh my goodness. So let's see what we have over here. Ooh, so we have the first house, which is the body, and then we have Saturn, which is upside down. So I always take that as like a Saturn retrograde, and then we also have Grand Trine of Blessings. Alrighty, you guys. So with the first house, the body, this is focusing on you, focusing on what your body's telling you, focusing on your intuition, making quick decisions as well, because it is ruled by the sign of Aries. And so this is all about, you know, kind of having a little bit more of like a stern, keen idea on like, I am going to focus on me. Who am I? What do I want? And what do I need? It is letting, the sense of self, the sense of individuality come out, and listening to that and what you particularly need. You could also do a lot of things that are care for the body during the month of October. So getting in touch with really loving yourself and accepting yourself on deeper levels as well. And then with the Saturn card of truth being reversed, so this is what I take as Saturn retrograde, which would be kind of taking a break from responsibility and focusing on you. And so October love life is letting go of patterns, traditions, responsibilities, habits, other rituals and things like that you know you normally do, like regular schedule kind of stuff. If you have a regular schedule of things, or you know, if there's a set thing that you're supposed to be doing, it's like, no, it's more of a self-care month in the month of October, and this is all about self-love. So what I'm seeing for you guys, your love life in October, going to be filled with self-love. And then with that Grand Trine of Blessings, I really think you're going to get a lot out of it. I really think it's going to be really good for you. And so a lot of the times, you know, when people hear like, oh, my love life is just going to be about me in October, like I don't have, you know, where's my boo? I actually think that this is going to be a really good month for you guys, because we have the sun, we have Grand Trine of Blessings, and we have Lemuria returns, we have passion, we have sanctuary. So I really feel like you're going to get passionate again with yourself, invigorating your energy again by focusing on you and what you need. So I actually think it's going to be a really great month for you guys in October. And then the next card that we have is the Union of Hearts, a love connection defies explanation. Why does that sentence seem like it's missing a word in it? I feel like that should say a love connection that defies explanation, rather than just a love connection defies explanation. Or I guess that works. Never mind. That works grammatically. So the Union of Hearts, a love connection defies explanation. So loving yourself, getting in tune with yourself. As we can see, like Gaia is, you know, getting it on with the male Gaia over here. And it's kind of like herself, but in both masculine and feminine. So maybe you guys are finally accepting the masculine and feminine energies within yourself and finally making time to balance those out. Because a lot of the times, you know, we do have both those energies in us. Every single one of us has both masculine and feminine energies. And it looks like you guys are focusing on balancing that out, since we have that. And it's just, you know, Gaia is loving on Gaia. And so this is you loving on you in the month of October. It's all that self-love. And for the extra self-care cards that we have, which is going to be really relevant to you guys since your whole pile is all about self-care, we have, I do not worry about things I cannot control. So this is about, you know, letting it go. This is going with the flow, listening to you. So that is your self-care card. I'm going to pull one more for you guys. The other pile had another one come out, so we're just going to pull out another one for y'all. I release all fear, guilt, and anger. I am safe and I am at peace with the process of life. So don't feel guilty because you're taking some self-time. Don't have fear that things are going to lead you astray because you're not trying to control them all the time. This is about letting go of control when you have that Saturn being reversed over here. So this is about letting go of the worries that things are just going to fall out of place just because you're not paying attention to them for 1 month. This is really about being at peace with the process of life. The process of life needs self-care time. You need this. This is Gucci. Do it. The other stuff can wait. And if it falls out of disarray, at least you'll have more energy and more passion. You're going to be in Lemuria. And you know, when you're cleaning up stuff, when you're in ecstasy, you know, you're fine. You're like, this is great. I'm fine. So when you give yourself this self-care, you raise your vibe, you feel more like you're in a state of ecstasy when you give yourself that self-care. And then when you need to clean up dishes, all of a sudden you're like, yeah, woo. You know, so like, it's fine. Give yourself this. You need this. This is Gucci. This is all Gucci. I know I say Gucci a lot in my readings lately, but like, okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading pile number 2. If you guys did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys have not already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so pile number 3, we have a flaming heart for you guys in this reading. So without further ado, let's hop right into you guys' October love life prediction. All right, pile number 3. Here's what we have for you guys. We start off with the 4 of materials, then we have the Emperor, then we have the 8 of materials, then we have the 6 of materials. A lot of material cards. Wow, you guys, so much earthly energy, so much physical energy happening in the month of October for you guys. Then we also have a love card over here. So this love card says transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So we're going to get into how that ties into this reading in a moment. But when we start off with the 4 of materials over here, and it is next to the Emperor, this is giving me the sense that you guys are desiring certain things in your love life out of a sense and need for self-validation to feel worthy. Because when the Emperor is reversed, this is not feeling super confident. This is feeling a little bit insecure on the inside. And so when it's next to the 4 of materials, the 4 of materials is also a card that kind of speaks a bit about insecurity on an investment and physical level, because she is hanging on to the 4 pentacles that she has with a lot of tightness and a lot of like, this gives me security. And so the sense that I'm getting for this is that you guys are possibly attaching to an idea around love, or maybe a specific person around love, because it's somehow, you feel like it would give you confidence and validation to have it. And you don't feel as worthy without it. But the interesting sense here is that actually creates some imbalance, because with that 8 of materials, it just seems like there is, you guys feel a little bit more like there's some work that needs to be had in the month of October. And so this might be actually subconsciously for a lot of you that you feel like there's some work that needs to be done. And maybe you guys even notice this sort of feeling of insecurity. And so I think the month of October is going to be very apparent to you that you need to build yourself up with self-confidence in order to step up your plate. Because if we're looking and desiring something and we have it up here, yet we feel like we're over here, and we feel like, oh, if I had that, we would be equal. But maybe you guys are looking at it and you're looking at it in a very unequal kind of perspective right now, because you're thinking like, oh, that thing is so good. If I had it, oh, I would feel so good inside, and it would make me feel worthy, and I would feel confident because I would have it. But when we feel like that, we're putting something above us. And when it's above us, we're not at equal height of it. Therefore, we can't really attract it because we're not there. We're creating a big mountain for us. And so October is going to be about realizing that you need to build yourself up with a lot of confidence in order to attain your desires. This is about letting go of the need for validation and just being like, I am going to make myself and, put more into myself, invest more into myself in order to become what I desire. Because a lot of the times we desire something because we feel like we need to be that internally. And the only reason why we feel like we need to be that internally is because we actually are that internally. And so usually when we desire something and we have something up on a pedestal or something like that, and we're looking at it like, oh, it's amazing, we only recognize its amazingness because we have that potentiality within us. And so it's about awakening that. A lot of times we're attracted to people and we're attracted to them for specific reasons because they have something that we desire to awaken within ourselves. And so October is going to be a month of finally realizing, okay, how can I awaken that within myself to make myself equal to that of which I desire? And so that's when the Six of Materials gets this play-by-play in this monthly prediction for you guys. So this Six of Materials is like, I'm going to equal up this playing field. I'm going to make myself, I'm going to work on myself till I become what I feel would be worthy of this thing. You already are worthy of it. This is just awakening that realization of who you really are internally. And that's what October is going to be about, is realizing these certain things. And then we have that transformation card, which is your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. And so the reason why you're attracted to this is because you're wanting and actually subconsciously desiring a self-transformation within. You're desiring to be that of which you seek, of that of which you desire, but you actually already are that inside. This is about awakening that. And when we're around that energy a lot, we can finally see that of what we desire. And that's why we desire a love connection with a specific person, possibly, is because, you know, or what we at least desire. So maybe even if you guys don't have a crush, maybe it's just that you guys see in other people like, ooh, you know, that person's really cool. I'm really inspired about them. And you know, this person really awakens that in me. And I have a friend that seems really confident. I really enjoy being around her, whatever the case may be. So you guys, whatever that you see that you are attracted to in another person or that you appreciate in another person, you actually already have that within. This is about awakening that. This is why we're drawn to those things, because it triggers an awakening within us because it resonates. We resonate with that. So anytime you have a crush on somebody and you're like, oh, I just love the way that they just like walk so carelessly and they're just so like confident, and it's because you have that within. And so it resonates with you. It's resonating with a certain part of you because it already exists within you, and it starts to awaken that energy. And so now you guys are awakening that energy and you're ready for that transformation that is then going to occur and bring you to become that of what you desire. I'm also gonna go edit my my camera settings because I am starting to get really washed out over here. It's getting really bright in my house. I started filming this way too early in the morning when, oh my God, I'm like trapped in my microphone wire. Ugh. So yeah, I started recording this way too early, and now obviously it's really bright, so I'm gonna be right back. All right, muchos besos. We are so much better now. We are not washed out. All right, so the next two cards that I have for you guys, let's get into that. Ooh, guys. We have the card here of honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So honeymoon, what this card is really reminding me of is that resonance once again. So this is enjoying the process, enjoying looking at what you desire in other people, looking at why you're attracted to certain people, and allowing that to create this bliss within you, and enjoying the fact that they're even in your perception, whether it's, you know, a celebrity crush that you have, or somebody that, you know, you work with, or somebody that you've seen, or whatever, whoever it is that you might be attracted to in a certain way. Enjoy the bliss of having them within your life, within your perception, because this is what's causing you to awaken that bliss within you, to put yourself on an equal playing field with that Six of Materials. This is equaling it out, you know. Appreciate what you're learning from them in order to be equal, you know. And then our next card, we have let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So let go of the need to control the outcome of it. Let go of the needs to, you know, create a certain outcome. Because as you let go of that and you allow it to unfold naturally, we learn what we're meant to be learning, and we get into alignment with what our full-on destiny is. And I promise you, what you desire is your destiny. That is why we have those desires. But sometimes we can accidentally attach them to very particular outcomes that actually are not equal to what we truly desire, but it's an illusion that we think like, ooh, like, I always get these comments on my videos lately of like, I think his name is Jungkook or something like that. Jungkook from like BTS. I could be absolutely butchering that because I don't know too much about these things, but I have a lot of people that are like, oh my God, Jungkook. So I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name, by the way. But anyway, sometimes we're like, oh my God, if I desire it, that means that it's meant for me. sometimes we desire it and it's just a learning curve, a learning lesson. It doesn't mean that that's actually, it's part of your destiny to learn from that person and to, exchange that energy, but they might not be the actual like end point, So what the point of this is, learn from those things that you're inspired by, and then allow things to unfold naturally, and you'll get where you need to go. You will unfold your perfect destiny, okay? So let go of needing it to be a certain outcome, and you will find the perfect thing for you by doing that. And trust me, it'll be much more perfect than attaching to something that you think might be perfect for you, but actually wouldn't be. So yeah, that's a big point. Anyway, the next card that we have, number 44 is definitely sticking out to me over here. This card says homeland, arrival, a journey ends, establishment, building, settled. So homeland, this is about getting to your homeland. This is about the journey of realizing where you need to be. And I feel like this is stepping up your own plate of who you are, setting the actual foundation of who you are. And so right now, I feel like you guys are going through a time, especially in October, of seeing a reflection of who you need to be inside. And so one of the biggest things that you guys are going to be learning in October is whatever you are attracted to, whether that's Jungkook or whoever it is, whoever your crush is, learning how that is teaching you to, be more confident, resonate with that energy so that you awaken that within yourself and become that sort of energy. And so that's what is that establishment. That's what 44 is, because 44, the fours are our establishments, our foundations. And so right now, what the universe is showing you're on that journey of establishing who you are and becoming who you are. And and then we have, this is another 4 right here, actually. So we have 4, 4, 4. 4s are going to be very important for you guys. Look out for the number 4. This card is the unseen. Too much is hidden from you. So don't try to understand what all of your life is going to be like yet. This is the card of like being like, I want to know who I'm gonna marry in 30 years from now. Like, oh my God, those of you that are watching this that are like 25 and you're like 30 years from now, what? I mean, anyone, like, you have to be a baby to get married in 30 years from now. I don't know why that slipped out of my mouth. When we get married at whatever time in our life, whether it's 3 years from now, whether it's 3 months from now, whether it's like, whatever it is, the unseen, too much is hidden from you. So this is about not attaching to specific outcomes and realizing that there's a lot that's still hidden from us in our life and it's still unfolding. And so trying not to attach to very particular things that might not be actually meant for you, but they're just a stepping stone, and realizing that. So October is going to be a huge thing about that. And then our next 3 cards, which are astrology cards, let's talk about these. So we have, Saturn return is reversed over here. And then we have the earth element of stability. And then we have void, of course, moon. So the Saturn return being reversed. Saturn returns are all about solidifying who you are, because every time Saturn conjuncts one of our, like a transit, Saturn transit conjuncting one of our natal planets, it actually activates that sort of planet. And so when Saturn makes a full loop around our entire birth chart, sorry for those of you that don't know astrology at all, you're probably completely like, what? But anyway, when Saturn makes a full loop, which takes 28.5 years, it then activates every single aspect and planetary thing that's within that chart. And when it makes that return, all of your personality is then activated. All of who you are is then activated. So Saturn return is about fully, again, activating yourself. And so the fact that we have it reversed over here, you guys are going through a time of still activating some certain things. Even if you're older than 28, you're maybe still learning, because again, we go through multiple Saturn returns in our lifetime, and then we get, this activated once again. We feel this again, we see this, and this is brought to our attention once again. So astrology has this perfect way of playing out. And so for you guys, this coming up in a reading is letting you know that you're still going through this time right now of self-activation, self-awareness, activating certain points within yourself that you resonate with other people. The earth element of stability is creating that perfect foundation for you guys. It's exactly showing up in our 4s that we have going on over here. And then we have void, of course, moon missing. So this is realizing what are the missing pieces to the puzzle? Do I still need to up my confidence? Do I still need to do this? What do I need to do? And you guys don't need to worry about it as if it's like some homework assignment. That's fine. It's going to all unfold naturally. All of this is happening naturally, but this is what's going on in the energy of October for you guys. This is what's happening in the energy, all right? So keep that in mind. Then our next card that we have is miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. Everything in your life has its gift. And that's the number 13, which equals another 4. So 4 is, wow, you guys. October is about setting foundations and solidifying who you really are. And so everything has a gift, miracles and blessings. Realizing the gift in everything and why it's showing up in your life is going to be very important in the month of October, and realizing that everything is a gift. All right, so I'm going to pull out a self-care card for you guys. Here we have over here, I am becoming a better version of myself every day. I cannot even explain to you guys how well this fits into this reading, and hopefully you guys got goosebumps too, because this fits so well into your reading. You guys are blossoming. You're becoming a better version of yourself every day. Wow, that fits in so dang well. You don't need to worry about anything. Everything is unfolding in the most perfect way that it possibly can. And so as long as you guys just go with the flow of it, you trust it, you allow the learning to come in, you allow that resonance to awaken in you, your own confidence, your own, things that you are desiring to be, and let it awaken in you who you really are. So that is why you're drawn to certain things. That is why you appreciate and, get passionate about certain things in certain people that you see. It is because that is part of who you are internally. So that is what I see for you guys. Pile number 3 for your prediction for October, for your guys' love lives. Hopefully that resonated. Hopefully it made sense. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so pile number 4, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be a reading all about your love life for October of 2020. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number 4, here's what we have for you guys. We start off with the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Voices. Then we have the 8 of Inspiration. Then we have the Devil, and then we also have the Empress. And then we also have this love card over here. This one says power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So what I'm really seeing for you guys, with that being said, this power card over here, that is powerful. Oh my God, goosebumps. I've been getting goosebumps in so many of these readings today. Maybe it's just the coffee, I don't know. All right, so with the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Voices, October is going to be all about vocalization for you. Huge communication in love. If you guys are in a relationship, this is letting me know, and this could even be, because anytime we're doing like a love life prediction, relationship kind of like prediction, this can fold out in our family life. This can fold out with our friends. This can fold out with our lover. It really just depends. It's very individualistic. Again, it is a general reading, but just letting you guys know, it can unfold in multiple areas of relationship. So with this Muse of Voices, with this King of Voices, you guys are going to really have to step up to the plate to vocalize your needs and your desires and your wants. And you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. This is going to be a very powerful theme for you guys in the month of October, is, really utilizing your own voice and your own needs and wants, and fully communicating them. Because with that, the Muse of Voices, the King of Voices, which is the King of Swords, that's all about communication. Then we also have the 8 of Inspiration being reversed. And so this is kind of like meeting that resistance when we feel like we don't really want to communicate something, and we're like, oh, I don't want to cause the tension. I don't want to cause the and this is kind of realizing that we might have to bring up things from the past as well. So I feel like with that 8 of Inspiration, there might be an energy calling you to bring up something from the past that might still be bothering you underneath, that we haven't really brought up to the surface to talk about, but you guys feel like you really need to return to something from the past. This could also be talking to a lover from the past to really, get closure on certain things, really talk about the way that you felt in a certain scenario in order to get it off your chest. It really looks like you guys might be bringing up something from the past, or maybe even talking to a family member or a friend about something that you've experienced in your past in order to just really release it. It's time of releasing these kind of things through our communicative abilities. And then we do also have the Devil being reversed. And so this is all about liberation. Liberating yourselves from the things that you really feel like you need to talk about, the things that you really feel like you need to to communicate about, and being able to say no to certain things, being able to point out when somebody did a mistake to you that you really need to finally vocalize and speak about. And then also with that Empress, this is about realizing your own value, your own worth, realizing that, you know, sometimes, because the Empress is reversed over here, the Empress is all about like birthing something into this world. When it is reversed, this is sometimes when we're holding on to a lot that we feel like we really need to push out of us. And so when I'm seeing this Empress being reversed, I'm really getting this image in my head of needing to purge out something that you've been holding on to for a long time. And again, this can show up in your family life, this can show up within your friend group, this can show up in the like your actual partnership, if you guys have one. So it can show up in all these different areas. But again, I feel like there's something in the past that needs to be brought up again, something from a little bit ago. And so it could even be like the recent past, maybe even far away into the past. Again, it is a general reading, so it's gonna be up to you to decipher what that means for you. But again, it's all about that liberation with the Devil being reversed. This is about really unchaining yourself and realizing that it's not my problem to hold on to anymore. I don't need to hold on to this stuff anymore. And it's finally time for me to just let it go. And so October is gonna be hugely about that for you guys. And the next two cards that we have, we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So there's something that's stressing you guys out, and I feel like maybe for some of you it'll be directly finances and career, but for the other portion of you, it might not deal directly with job, but this is just saying that there's something that could be outside of your relationship that's stressing you out lately. There's something going on that might be causing you to think up a lot of different things, and so there's some sort of issue that needs to be brought up. And maybe it is around finances and career, but maybe it's also a little bit, you know, more of just there's something else that's physical that's kind of like an issue that needs to be brought up. So it's just saying that there is an issue that is a factor in your love life right now. And then we do also have this other card of new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Ooh, that's very interesting. So when we have this card over here, I feel like there's a part of you that might be ready to move on to a new love, into a new area. New love can also just mean that we're ready to just, you know, have a rebirth, a renewal with that Empress that is also about rebirth and renewal as well. So there could be a potential of something new coming in October. There could be something that you guys get inspired by, that you guys see. Maybe you guys watch a movie and there's like this romantic movie where the people have like this beautiful romance that you're inspired by. Maybe there's somebody, you know, somebody that you're seeing or whatever, that you're reading about, whatever the case may be, that really inspires what you actually desire. And it's causing you to kind of dig back in the past and realize, you know what? I really need to vocalize the old things so I can move on to something new, so I can create something new, so I can move on to this new direction. So that's what the new love kind of speaks about to me when I'm reading this for you guys. And it could be that you guys begin to attract something that you actually do want, something that's more aligned to you. Or if you're in a really deep relationship, this is about communicating what you actually want, what you actually desire in order to create that, in order to birth that into being, okay? But the only way to birth that into being is to be vocal about what you do desire. And that way you can birth this new chapter. So that's what the new love is about. This is the birthing of this new chapter of what you actually desire. And the new person that's stirring your romantic feelings might just be the idea of what you desire. And it's stirring those romantic feelings. And you have to go to your current partner and be like, hey, this is what I really actually desire, and making space for that new chapter to begin. If they're at least down for it, hopefully they are, praying for you guys. And if not, this is about being able to have the courage to let go of what no longer serves you and instinctively know, this is where this card comes into play, power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. That is going to be very powerful for a lot of you. Then the next two cards that we have over here, we have Song of the Siren, the call, summoning, voice, to acknowledge. So again, you guys are being very vocal. October is about being very vocal about what you need and desire and what you want in your life, and being able to speak about some old things from the past and be able to bring that up. So the call, I feel like you're really going to be needing to communicate with somebody. Maybe a very important call is going to come in regarding your love life. And then summoning, voice, and to acknowledge. There's acknowledgement that needs to happen here. There's closure that needs to happen here on certain scenarios and certain instances and certain experiences and events. So then we also have the card of the present. Gift, treasure, revelation of own value and nowness. So interesting. Present can mean gift, and it can also mean just right now, the present. And so I feel like this card, when I first read it, I read it as like now. And so it could also be that there's certain gifts waiting for you, but it's about being in the present moment and realizing, what do you want right now? What serves you right now? And if you need to let go of something in your past, then you need to let go of it. You need to vocalize it. You need to purge it. You need to let go of it. You can say no and walk away at any time. And so this is going to be very, very powerful. I really feel like there's this new shift. Again, we have this new energy over here. So by the end of October, I really feel like you're going to be craving this new energy. If you do not get that in the current situation you're in, maybe you're going to get a desire to walk away from what you're currently in, or maybe by communicating certain things, you're going to finally get what you desire and be able to create that new chapter. So it's all about the present moment. What do you desire in this present moment? Focusing on what you actually want to create in your life and allowing those gifts to come in. Those gifts can only come in if everyone is on the same page, and if everyone's not on the same page, maybe it's time to flip that chapter, okay? So what do you want right now, you guys? Big stuff. This is kind of a heavy reading, I understand. And then the next three cards that we have, these are our astrology cards. Wow, these ones are very interesting. You got some very powerful ones over here. Okay, so we have the lunar eclipse, we have part of fortune, and we have the 6th house. So with the lunar eclipse is all about change. This is about really prominent, immediate, powerful, that is the word, powerful change. I always get goosebumps when I'm on the right track with things, and I got goosebumps when I said powerful change. And we also have the card here that says power on top of it. October, powerful month for you guys. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps again. So lunar eclipse, change. Getting goosebumps again. Okay, enough of the goosebumps, I get it. All right, we're on the right track. Okay, so lunar eclipse of change, you guys are creating some massive change. This is about flipping that new chapter to get into more alignment of what you really desire and what you really want in your life. And then with that part of fortune of increase, the part of fortune is upside down right now, and it's because you need to make those changes in order to get that increase. Part of fortune is also about receiving gifts and things like that, and it's where we get a lot of gifts. And so when it's reversed right now, it's because there needs to be that change first in order for you to receive the present gift of now and an actual present to you of creating this new chapter. And then also with the 6th house of routine that we have over here, this is about not following the same patterns. We need to change out of the same patterns that we've been going through constantly, because it's not taking us to where we need to go. If we expect a different outcome, but we keep doing the exact same thing, that is literally the definition of insanity, is expecting a different outcome by doing and making the exact same choices that we've always made. This is about flipping that new chapter, making some new choices, changing around your routine, even just changing up around things in your house, changing around the furniture placement, changing around what time you get up in the morning, and changing around what you do first in the morning can create a lot of massive, big impacts of subconscious change that allows us to step into a new state. And as we step into this new state ourselves, even with the most minute things, we get more comfortable with the big changes that are ahead of us. We get more comfortable being confident in making big changes. But I can tell you guys right now, the cards are encouraging some big change, some big shift, and communicating it will help you understand whether or not you can make that current change in your present moment, or whether or not you're gonna have to make some complete overhauls and complete revamps. So everything will be different depending on, who you are. Again, it is a general reading, so find out which one resonates the most with you by expressing those feelings. And then we also have the card of physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much. So allow yourself to tap in. So when I see this card, this is about tapping in to your future. Tapping in. So allow that physical touch. Play around in your mind what different things would look like, what different outcomes would look like to you. Play around with different possibilities and different routes. And as you feel that internally, with these different ideas of where you could possibly go and how the future could possibly unfold for you, depending on what choices that you make, allow that tender touch of emotion, of visualization to mean so much to you. Allow it to be there. And then our self-care card of the month. Ooh, we have a unicorn on this one. Creative energy surges through me and leads me to new and brilliant ideas. I'm gonna read that one more time. Hopefully you guys caught on about how that super duper correlates to this reading. Creative energy surges through me and leads me to new and brilliant ideas. Allow that creative energy, tap into that creative energy, explore with that touch, with that sense that you have to imagine what these different outcomes would look like, and allow that to bring you and lead you to new and brilliant ideas about where you want to go in your life and what you want to create, what you want to birth into being, what you want to write in your next chapter. Do you want to keep writing the same thing, or do you want to create some change and you want to bring that into fruition? And see how that unfolds and go with the flow of it, and listen to your gut instincts of what you actually truly need to do. It's going to be very important. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so pile number 5, if you guys chose this pile, is going to be your reading all about your love life prediction for October of 2020. All right, so pile number 5, here is what we have for you guys. We start off with the Page of Emotions, then we have the 9 of Voices, then we have the Death, then we have the 2 of Emotions. So let's get into what all of this is for you guys. And then we also do have our love card over here to the side. I'm gonna read what that says, and I did get like total like correlation goosebumps. I literally, this whole like video, pick a card video, I've been getting goosebumps so much in these readings, and it's not even cold out, it's so warm, but I'm getting goosebumps. So there's a lot of like, goosebumps always mean confirmation. I'm literally getting goosebumps again as I'm saying this, oh my God. So goosebumps are all about confirmation. And I did get goosebumps when looking at 2 different things in this pile. So first off, we have this card that says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. And then when we have this 2 of Emotions card right here to end us off, they're literally swimming in the ocean together. Like, oh my God, the correlation right there was just like beautiful. It was so beautiful. So let's talk about what is all happening over here. So when we have the Page of Emotions and it is reversed to begin us off, it does seem like there's something that's a little bit draining for you guys in the month of October. It could be that, you know, maybe you're not feeling the emotion, or there's like an emotion that might be bothering you, because then we do also have the 9 of Voices, but it is reversed, which is actually really good to have the 9 of Voices being reversed. It is the 9 of Swords, if you guys are unfamiliar with the wording of this particular deck that I've been using lately. So the 9 of Voices is the 9 of Swords, and this is the 9 of Swords is when we're getting a lack of sleep. It is the card of insomnia, when we're having worries and stuff like that. But since it is reversed, I do actually see you guys overcoming some worries early on in October. It could be that you guys are beginning off October with some worries, maybe a little bit of insomnia, thinking worst case scenario around certain events that you're playing out in your head. And so when this happens, of course, we don't get that good of sleep, but it does look, I'm getting the number 7 in my head. October 7th is going to be, for a lot of you guys, a switch around time of getting relief around something, getting some news that helps you guys sleep at night, that really helps kind of clear a lot of worries that you guys have had. So again, it is a general reading, so it can happen in or around October 7th, but for some reason that was coming on real strong when I was looking at this. So October 7th could be a major time when you guys start to feel a lot more comfortable, and when you guys start to feel a lot more like relief. And then we do also have the Death card. So this is all about switching up, causing some change, letting some change happen. So when we have Death being reversed, it's when we kind of resist a little bit of that change. And so there's probably part of you that is worried about taking a new step in something, about letting go of something, about opening up your heart to trust again around something. So there's a part of yourself that is probably like caught up in some emotions, that's worried about these things. Then we do also have the 2 of Emotions being reversed. And so maybe part of you is feeling like there's a certain connection that that it isn't the same as it was. So the Two of Emotions usually is about a partnership. And so in these love readings, because I know not everyone that watches these are in a relationship, you guys, this could be talking about family members. This could be talking about friends, business partnerships, or even, you know, an actual lover, depending on what kind of situation you're in. So when I'm reading these, it could actually correlate to another relationship in your life, like a family relationship or a friend relationship, for example. So just so you know, it doesn't always have to be with love. It can still correlate in certain areas of your life. But when I look at this Two of Emotions and it's flipped reversed, it seems like there's this misunderstanding, this miscommunication in an important relationship to you. It kind of seems like one of you guys, maybe you're feeling a little bit more drained about this situation. There's something that's worrying you about the situation. There's something that you feel like you need to kind of vocalize a little bit. But then this card is where we get a lot of our peace from, this card that we have. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. I'm getting a lot of family vibes from this particular reading. A lot of family vibes. If you guys are in a serious relationship, it could be around that as well, because, you know, when we're in a serious relationship for a long time, we become like family. So maybe that's why I'm getting family vibes for some of you guys, or it's just like literally talking about your family. Ooh, our next card. Wow, we have the card of heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So this is going to be very powerful. So for October for you guys, there's going to need to be some heart-to-heart conversations. I'm really feeling this one's mostly around family, or if you guys have been in a long-term relationship for a long time, it could be around that as well. But it kind of looks like there's been a little bit of a disconnect in a certain way that you guys really need to mend and have some heart-to-heart conversations around. So it kind of looks like there's something that you're worried about. There's something that's been on your mind. It's causing you to feel a little bit hesitant and a little bit disconnected with somebody. Okay, but I really feel like this person loves you very, 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 very deeply. I don't know why I'm thinking about my mom when I'm reading this. So I don't know, maybe that's why I'm feeling like there's like this family sort of connection. I feel like this one sort of connects to me in a way. Weird. And then I also have this card here of forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in present moments. So this is about forgiving and learning, you guys. There's a bunch of, so with these heart-to-heart conversations that you're going to be having with somebody in October for you guys' love life prediction, again, it could be a very close relationship or a family member or even a friend or a business partnership, but mostly the first two that I talked about. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So this is, I really feel like there's has to be some forgiving and learning from the past and some deep conversations that need to be had. And then understanding that this person loves you very, very, very much. Okay. So even if it's not expressed all the time, even if you've been feeling a little bit of a lack of it, it is absolutely there. Okay. So keep that in mind. And then our next two cards that we have, we have the crane bag, sacred ocean medicine, clutter, declutter, and choice. So sacred ocean medicine, you guys, allow yourself to heal yourself. Allow yourself to realize what this thing is teaching you, what this event has been teaching you, even if it's just in your mind, because a lot of times Nine of Voices, it's mostly in your mind rather than in physical reality. But, you know, sacred ocean medicine, clutter, declutter, and choice. So this is about decluttering your own bag that you have with you. Maybe actually physically decluttering a purse of yours or a bag that you have is going to help declutter a lot in your life, because a lot of the times our physical reality reflects a lot of our subconscious reality. And so even when we clean out drawers, we clean out bags, you know, it can actually cause like an actual physical and internal declutter emotionally. So could be related. I don't know why I felt like saying that one. So then we also have conchomancy, seashell divination, wisdom of the shells. So this is all about getting in touch with what you kind of see occurring around you. This is all about listening to the signs as well, and the synchronicities, because that's what divination is all about, is looking for symbols, looking for what you see in the bigger picture. So I really feel like you guys are going to have to do kind of a sit back and look at bigger picture type of stuff going on. So in order to resolve whatever kind of thing is going on for you guys in the month of October, it's going to cause a lot, it's going to require a lot of looking at the big picture. Looking at the big thing, putting yourself in their shoes, seeing the whole situation for what it actually is. Having those heart-to-heart conversations is going to help a lot. And then our next 3 cards that we have over here, we have Mercury Mind, the fire element of desire, and then Taurus, I have. So with these cards, when we have Mercury Mind, this is all about communication, of course. As you guys know, Mercury is ruled by Virgo and Gemini. So this is all about, kind of analyzing and deep healing, because it is also, one of the planets that rules Virgo, and Virgo is all about that deep healing. But it's deep healing through a lot of communication, deep healing through the mind, being able to visualize the bigger picture in your mind's eye. My friend that I have always keeps saying the mind's eye, and it's so funny. She has an Australian accent. I don't know why, I find it like the funniest thing. It's so funny though. But anyway, see it in your mind's eye and be able to visualize the big picture. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Allow that deep communication and deep understanding and deep wisdom to surface. And then we do also have the fire element of desire. And so this is about calming our fiery emotions, for one, because sometimes we can get very heated and believe that we're right about certain things. So I feel like in October it could be realizing that the heat is caused from the fact that you care a lot about this person. And so in that realization, we're able to calm the flame a little bit and realize that, we don't need to get so worked up over it. And then we do also have Taurus, I have, and that one is reversed over here. So this is kind of letting go of I need to be right. Taurus can be very stubborn. So this is letting down our stubborn walls, letting down our strong, I must be right. Tauruses are keen for I must be right, and it's not always the case. I love my Tauruses, and a lot of the times they are right, but sometimes they also have to succumb to the fact that all of us have mistakes. All of us are wrong sometimes. And so being able to put ourselves in the big picture of everything and understand that there's much broader spectrums around us, and letting go of the need to be right is going to be very important for you guys in October. And then we do also have the card of be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. So be in the present moment, listen to, again, that bigger picture, because when we have the card that says be present and dream of the future, that dreamscape and this whole card is looking like the big picture to me. And so be present in the moment, and then dream about the future that you desire. So look at that big picture of what you want to create in your future, because what you might be choosing, sometimes we choose, we make choices in our present moment without looking about how it affects the big picture of things, without looking about how it affects our future. And so sometimes we make really big choices, and we say and we say things that maybe are a bit hurtful, or maybe are whatever, and we don't realize how they affect us in the long run. And so being able to reflect on those now, even if certain choices have been made, being able to reflect on that now and be like, you know what? I don't want to create that for my future, so I'm going to really try to mend this certain area to have it work out good, to have my future be what I actually want it to be, and have my relationships unfold in the way that I want them to unfold. A lot of times with family members, we can have a sense of control over our kids, or over, what we think is right, or even if you are, and the things that you say to your parents, or the things that you say to your lover, or the control that you have on them, or that you would like to place on them because you want a specific outcome and you think you know what's best. Sometimes we can say things that unfold a bigger picture to look like something that we're like, wait a minute, but I don't actually want that to happen. I don't want the big picture to look like this, but I'm trying to control something in the very current moment that ends up not looking the way that I want it to look in the future, because of how people might receive that thing. Hopefully that's making sense, you guys. It makes so much sense in my head, but sometimes putting it into words is like, what? But hopefully that didn't get lost in translation. The care card, we have 2 care cards for you guys that just came out. The first one, guys, that's powerful. The first one, I am at peace with my past. So if you guys are having a sense of control around somebody because of what your past has shown you, you need to do healing around your own past. And I feel like October is going to be realizing that you need to do healing around your own past in order to make peace with your present, and in order for your future to not repeat the past. You need to be at peace with the past and let the past go and realize that that's not the only outcome. That might have been that one outcome, but it doesn't have to dictate your future. It doesn't have to dictate the control, and you don't have to put yourself in a box in your future, okay? And then we do also have, I release all negative thoughts. Oh my God, I almost can't even finish this sentence. This correlates with everything so freaking well. What the F? So you guys, this says, I release all negative thoughts of the past and all worries about the future. So that repeats exactly what I was saying. It is so weird. I was trying to pull out one card, 2 cards came out. I talk about the first card first and say exactly what this card says right here. Guys, I'm done with tarot. This is too strange. This is, just kidding. But no, seriously, on a real note, powerful reading, you guys. Wow. Just astounded right now. So, you know, this card, I'm just going to read it one more time for you guys. I don't even need to explain this one. It is so blatantly obvious what this means. I release all negative thoughts of the past and therefore all worries about the future. Just because you experienced something in the past doesn't mean it's going to repeat itself in the present moment. It'll only ever repeat if you still keep those wounds of the past. We can heal those wounds, you know, they can become our strengths. That's always a good thing. But sometimes we allow our wounds to stay open and we don't heal them, and we allow those wounds to then become fears for the future. And when we allow our wounds to become fears for the future, we end up repeating them. We end up creating them because they're still open. They're still receptive. There's still a sense of creation because it's still a strong emotion that makes us dictate our current choices, and we put ourselves in a box, but we're putting ourselves in a box of the wound because we're scared. We have a fear of the future. So however this might apply to you, if you are putting yourself in a box because of your wound, you are literally putting yourself in the cocoon of your hurt. And when you're a cocoon of your hurt, you are perpetuating that reality to still stay with you because you are encased and encompassed by it. If you're encompassed by that wound, you are not free of the past. And so this card, so powerful, you guys. Wow. It could make me emotional right now. I release all negative thoughts of the past and therefore all worries about the future. When you heal the past and you, goosebumps again. When you heal the past and you fully let it heal and allow it to be what it is, allow it to be a learning lesson, because the most beautiful thing is to learn from our past, but don't let it dictate your future, and don't judge your future by your past, and don't live in fear of the future because of the past. That's what healing is all about. Once you heal those things, you let go of the fears, you let go of the worries, and you understand that just because you had that one experience doesn't mean it's going to perpetuate. Once you let go of that, you're able to walk into the new future. And I think that's where this beautiful card plays in right here, which says, be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. Full goosebumps, you guys. Wow. Everything is possible. Every single outcome is possible when we allow people around us to be free because we love them and we don't encase them in our same wounds. We don't encase them in our same fears. That is liberating. And that allows everyone to be free and create their own dream future and not be in a box of your own unhealed wounds. Wow. I'm going to end us off by reading this card one more time. And it says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. Oh my God, whoa. I feel like an energy coming out of this card. That is like one of the weirdest, that is one of the weirdest sort of feelings. That was so weird. There was like a magnetic frequency around the card. There still is. Holy shit. That's so weird. That like never happens. I feel like I might sound crazy right now, but I swear this card feels like it has a magnetic like, oh, that's so weird. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Love your wounds. Love yourself. Heal them. open up the box and walk outside to your new future of unlimited possibilities. When we're in a box, we don't have unlimited possibilities. We just have the possibility of what we're boxed in. So don't box yourself in the fear, because then you are only allowing that to perpetuate, like I said. So walk out of the box, enjoy walking out of the box, and open yourself up to that unlimited possibility. Whew, that's what October is going to be all about for you. That was big. Wow, I don't think I've had such a big like monthly reading before. that was big, you guys. Whoa. Okay, so that is what I see for you guys. Pile number 5. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.